What is going on, everybody? Today we're looking at the Bandai Power Rangers Mystic Force Steedergon Fury Megazord from 2006. So this is another Megazord from Mystic Force that looks pretty cool. Within it we have what's supposed to be called the Phoenix Unizord, which I think is maybe what it was called in the show, but for some reason with the toy they called it the Steedergon Fury Megazord. But it's a combination of the Mystic Titan Phoenix, so the Red Ranger Zord, so we can kind of see that here in the center again, as well as the Unicorn known as Brightstar. So we get a lot of the white design of the horse with the unicorn there, which Brightstar is a unicorn capable of traveling through all dimensions. So it looks pretty cool here in the main Megazord mode, so just like in the big, what you'd call the Megazord mode, but it does have different variations that we will go through. Looks pretty cool overall. Love the combination of the red, especially with the Mystic Phoenix here in the center, and then all the gold and white of the unicorn looks pretty cool overall, but just wanted to show that design overall to you there. But of course, we're here to do the transformation, so very similar with the Titan Megazord, we got to take the Red Ranger off of the center, so you just kind of have to detach him here, and we'll go ahead and open the front. It's very similar to how the last Zord was, so we can open this and it kind of takes the head off and stuff there, so we can separate that out. And then we do have this front compartment here with the legs to get access to the red. We can open them up to the sides here and pull him out, so that we can just grab onto it and pull him straight out of there. Go ahead and close this back up, and then we'll have to turn all of this into the horse again. So we'll go and take the weapon, so it has the big unicorn staff here that we can pop out, and it does separate into two. So we get the head of the unicorn there, and then this will turn into the main, so we'll set this aside and use that for later. So with this, the overall combinations aren't too hard, it's just always remembering exactly what you're supposed to do. So with this, I'll go and just grab the back and lift it up here, and then fold it back as well. And then we do also want to flip it around here, so it'll do a twist around, and then I always fold this up to the back there, just so it kind of creates a sort of like little platform there. Then we'll take the arms here and fold them down, so we can fold each of these down, so the whole shoulder piece is there. And as you see, we have hooves in the back, so you can then fold those down, and this will give us the back legs of the horse, so we can fold those down there to give us that. Make sure those arms are just sort of folded up there, so that I'll create the main body of the horse there. And then we'll go ahead and deal with our front hooves here, so as you see the hoof pieces there, so they will need to be twisted around, so they twist there would be like at the knee or whatever. And then this piece can fold up, so you just grab onto the foot and separate it out, and it can fold up. Now I think you're supposed to put it in different directions or variations. I don't really know how to get it. I just like to keep it up and out of the way. But as you see, there's a clip piece here and a clip, so it'll go into that, so you can just clip that right in there. And I just always leave it like this. Like I said, I think you're supposed to do it in different variations, having it depending on what form you go into, but like I said, for me, just to keep it up out of the way. And then we can take this silver piece as well, and it just folds up there and kind of sticks in. So we'll do the same on this side, rotate the leg around, then undo the front foot here, and then fold it up, and then clip it into the side. So just find that clip and clip it in there like that, and fold this silver piece up to the back there. So that gives us our main hooves and everything of the horse. But like I said, the way you're supposed to do it's supposed to be twist around, so you don't really see this part. But like I said, just for me to get it to stick into place, I just sit it like that. And so far that pretty much gives us most of the horse, so we can go ahead and add on the tail. So we'll bring this piece back in, that was the Megazord head. So all you do with this is really get it to flip around there like that. So you're just kind of doing that, make sure the horn is folded down there. And then this will attach right onto the back here, so like the butt, it'll just attach on. So this piece just sort of hangs down there, and then we get the tail of the horse hanging down there to the back. And then we need to add the head of the horse, so we need to bring back that unicorn staff. So with this piece, we got to turn this into its mane. So you just fold this down, so it'll fold down like that, and then the gold piece will fold down as well, so it folds down. And then make sure this is folded around, got to fold it up, probably should have done that first, so fold it up like that, so the handle of the staff does get folded around into this position. Now we can take the horse head and attach it on here, so there is a hole that will hold on to this peg here, so it will just clip those two together just like that, so they just get pushed together like that, turning it into the horse head. And to make it into the unicorn, you can then fold that up there, so giving it the big unicorn horn there. Now this just slides together. Unfortunately, I assume like my clips or something have like weakened over time, so it doesn't really hold on to the best. So you just have to slide it down in here, and you can see there are circles onto the side that will line up with the little circles here. So that's what's holding it on. But like I said, it'll clip in, but if you move it too much, it'll then just fall right out. So there we have the unicorn. You can also turn this just into a horse, obviously, just by taking the unicorn horn out. That'll come out, and it almost turns into like a little sword you could give to the figures. But there it just turns it from the horse into the unicorn. unicorn by adding this horn back in, just like that. So there we have the Unicorn Brightstar now, which looks pretty good, like that design overall. And if we want, the Mystic Phoenix can then ride onto it, so we got to transform the Mystic Phoenix into the Knight form. Of course, we did this with the last Megazord. Everything's the same. So we'll take the arms and fold them back. Now this one's really stiff, so we got to make sure you don't break the arms off there. So fold the arms back. We got to reveal the head, so open the red compartment here on the back like that, and then fold the head forward to reveal the head. So there we've got the Knight's head now. And then of course, like the last one, to get it to sit down, we got to fold the legs up here and bend the knees, and again the other leg, bend the knee. And of course you'll want to separate them out. I'm not sure how far out, maybe that far will go good there. And then he of course on his legs has the clip pieces that will go into the little spots there, so we can then clip this on so we can have it riding on the horse now. So there we can have the Mystic Phoenix riding on Brightstar now, so that looks pretty cool. And again, with this form, I like to leave this because then it kind of makes it look like a spot for the feet to sit on. So there we have the unicorn form of Brightstar with the Mystic Phoenix riding on it, so that looks really cool. Now of course we can also turn this into more of a centaur. I don't know if that's exactly what they call it, the form wise or anything, but we can turn it into a centaur. So with this, we just got to take the head back off, so undo it off here. Now of course I'm having issues getting this out, so just undo that and we'll set it aside for now. And then we want to take the Mystic Phoenix off, and then we're going to pretty much turn it into the way it was. So we just need to get the legs folded back down here and straightened up. I always kind of get it straightened up with the, make sure legs always have them at a bit of an angle. It seems like just kind of want to flatten this up here. Then we'll go to the front of the horse and open this up, and we'll put him back on again pretty much like he was in the first Megazord mode, and attach him in. So again, the clips on the back of his leg and stuff are going into this section, and just clip him right in there and fold this back around. So that's pretty much turning it into a centaur, as you see there. So that's pretty fun and cool. Again, I think in this form you're supposed to do some with the legs, so you're not sort of sitting out to the side like that, but it looks pretty cool. I like that. And then we can take the staff and turn it into a weapon for it to hold. So again, we got to pop the horse head off of the front there. Obviously with this, we could probably just take this and give him the sword. So if you want to have a little sword like that, just give that to him, but we'll want to put it back on the unicorn so it'll be a part of his weapon. And we're going to turn it back into the unicorn staff again. So fold this up, get that point straightened out there. And then we do also want to fold this down, and then also fold this little grip handle, so it's down inside there, so you gotta get a hold of it. So we had a little handle there now, so it'll be able to hold on to it, and attach the unicorn head onto it. I'll probably just do it upside down like this time, and then we'll go ahead and put this into his hand. So you gotta try and get it in here. Of course, with the shape and everything, it's gotta hold it at a weird angle and like pretty high up, but you then just gotta slide that little peg we folded down into his hand, so it gives him this big weapon. So now he's got the big unicorn staff there, almost like a big jousting rod or whatever there that he can fight with. Of course, you can get the arm adjusted, straightened up more, whatever there, but now it's got the big weapon that it can fight with in the centaur mode there, which looks really cool. I always like the centaur just because I love centaurs with the human top half and the horse body and stuff. So that's pretty fun and cool. I like that design overall. But finally, we can just turn it back into the Phoenix Unizord or the original Zord design. So again, just got to take this staff back out of his hand. Now, of course, we can kind of just sort of like reverse engineer this, since we do have the Mystic Phoenix in the spot already. We'll just kind of undo what we did. So let's get the feet back adjusted again. So we'll go ahead and pop those off. Of course, as I did that, the silver folded down as well. So we get that, and then attach the foot back on the front there. Go ahead and twist it around so we get them back towards the front. Again, do this side, unclip it from there, fold it all down, get the silver and then the foot back, and twist it around as well. So there we got at least the front half of our Zord again. Now we just got to undo the back. Go and take the head and tail piece off there. Go ahead and open up the leg pieces. So just kind of fold that up. Fold it around. Of course, got to get that piece that I folded up, fold it back around, twist that around, and then fold this up to the back. Now, of course, you got to get it all sort of situated here, and with the Mystic Phoenix, it's kind of complicated, but we'll go and get his arms folded back around just so they're out of the way. Oh, and of course, we should probably go and fold the head up as well before we surround it and can't do it. So again, open the red compartment here in the back, fold the head down, and fold that red compartment back up. Now we can fold the back up. So again, just make sure it's pushed all the way down and just fold it up there, and it'll capture the back piece. So we get that. Oh, gotta fold the legs back in. Forgot about the back hooves of the horse there. Fold those up and around back into the shoulder pieces. Get the arms adjusted there. Now we need to put the head back onto the Megazord. So again, we have this piece that was the tail, but we need to readjust it. So we can go ahead and get it twisted around to reveal our face of the Megazord there and our little chest section. So we can kind of put this back in. We got to combine it back up in the center here. So there's, of course, these white clips on each side. They'll go into the holes on the Mystic Phoenix. We can connect both of those together and then get the head connected connected back down in here, so you just got to connect that all back up. And we have our Zord back together now, which looks pretty cool. Again, love the colors and everything. And then we can go and give the unicorn staff back to it so it attaches into the hand. Now, I'm not exactly sure what this whole thing is. Like, I assume because there's other variations and forms, they like, I know there's like a black version, whatever, of this. It may use this, but I'm not exactly sure what's going on because that almost looks like the face of a Zord or something, but just on the bottom there of the unicorn head. But of course, we can take this and just attach it back into his hand. So just take this and push the staff in, and it's got nice like grip designs to it, so it holds on to it pretty well. So there, it's got the unicorn staff into its hand now as well. So that's really all there is for the Steedergon Fury Megazord, or the Phoenix Unizord as it's called. Like I said, I really like the looks and everything of it, with the red, white, and gold. Just looks really nice and like very regal and everything. And the fact that it can turn into a horse and a centaur and everything, just think that's really cool as well. So just another cool Mystic Force Megazord in my collection. So let me know what you thought of this Megazord down in the comments, and if you enjoyed my review, let me know with that like, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button to see more. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.